Hey friends, I have some super ripe bananas, and you know what that means? It's banana bread time. My name is Carrie with eatingonadime.com, and today I'm making my all-time favorite banana bread recipe. It's easy and delicious, friends. Let's get cooking. Okay, the very first thing is we're going to take a third cup of butter and melt it. I'm just melting it in the microwave, and yes, my microwave is in the island. I know, a little weird. But once it's finished, then we're going to add in our ripe bananas. Now you want your bananas to be super soft and very ripe, meaning they are basically falling out of the skins. They're so ripe. If you don't have bananas that are ripe, we actually do have a post and tell you how to actually ripen bananas if you're wanting banana bread now. But I like to save my bananas and even freeze them for when I want to make banana bread. Now it's time to mash the bananas. You can use 2 forks, but that is just way too difficult when you can use a hand mixer. It is so much easier using a hand mixer to go ahead and mash all the bananas together. We're going to get them completely smashed, or if you like to have a little bit of chunks in your banana bread, you don't have to make it quite as smooth. However, I have some picky eaters, so we're going to do completely mashed up for my family's preferences. Now we're going to add in 1 large egg, a teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of baking soda, a pinch of salt, and then we're going to mix this and combine it well. This is a great time to mention that you can find the full recipe in the link in the description below, or go to eatingonadime.com. And now we're going to mix in 3/4 cup of sugar. You can lower the sugar if you'd like to, and we have lots of tips in the full recipe on eatingonadime.com. The last thing we need to add is 1½ cups of flour. Please pay attention to how to measure flour. You want to scoop it with your measuring cup without putting much pressure into it, and then use a knife or a fork to slice off the top. When measuring flour, you do not want to pack the flour in, or you'll find that your bread is too dense because you use too much flour. So make sure when you're measuring the flour that you use these tips, so that way you get the perfect banana bread. When mixing in the flour and the banana bread, make sure you take time to scrape down the sides so you're getting everything completely mixed in. Today I'm making just my traditional banana bread, but this right now is the perfect time that you can add in add-ins. Chopped nuts are delicious, or even a handful of chocolate chips. I have already sprayed my loaf pan, and we included a link to the loaf pan that I love. As you can see, it's well used, but I sprayed it with nonstick spray, or you can grease and flour it, and then we're going to place the mixture inside. Once it's finished and poured in, I kind of like to give it a quick shake to make sure that not all of the filling is just in the middle, so that way the banana bread rises evenly and cooks evenly. Now it's time to head to the oven. We've preheated the oven to 350 degrees. We are going to bake this banana bread for 1 hour. You will know when the banana bread is done because your house will smell amazing, and it will be brown on top and starting to break apart on top. Also, when you insert a toothpick, it will come out clean. It smells amazing. You know when banana bread is done, not only by the toothpick test, but also the whole house smells amazing. I like to let the banana bread sit for about 10 to 15 minutes before you slice it, because if you slice it immediately, that's how you get mushy on the inside of your banana bread. Let's get to cutting. I like to use a bread knife that has serrated edges on it and cut in a sawing motion. It's cooked perfectly. Time for the bite. Gotta do your banana bread dance. The banana bread stores great, reheats great, but honestly, everybody's gonna eat it, so you're not gonna have anything left to store.
It also freezes great, and you can get all of that information at the full recipe on eatingonadime.com. You can get that link in the description below, or you can go to eatingonadime.com and search banana bread. Thanks so much for joining me. Remember, go to eatingonadime.com for more family-friendly recipes, and I will see you next time in my kitchen. Bye, friends.